And happy Sunday. Welcome to show number 1 of season 2 of the Allen University Athletics Show. My name is Jasher Cox. Once I return, we're going to run down the long gamut of what to expect here at Allen University in the world of athletics. Back with more.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
At Allen, discover the things you've been searching for. Achievements, authenticity, an experience that helps to uncover the real you. It's your turn to be discovered, to be polished, to shine. Allen University, where hidden gems are revealed.
And welcome back out to the beautiful campus of Allen University. We're inside the Rooms to Go room here in Chappelle Auditorium. I'm now joined by Allen University head football coach Teddy Keaton. Coach, the season is upon us. Seems like we were just here yesterday. It's the same gravy, as I like to say. We just continue to reheat it. But let's talk about the upcoming season. I know you got to be excited about some of the guys that you've got playing for you this year.
I do. I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to play again. I think some of the kids like David Wright, who had to take out half his season not to be able to play. I think a lot of the kids that are growing. I think they're matured. I think we returned almost 80% of the team from last year. I always like to start the conversation off to say that this year's team has no bearings on what happened last year. Due to the transfer portal and different things of that nature there, I think you have to re-recruit your team every year to make sure you get all your people back. And for smaller schools, it makes it even more difficult when you have superstars like David Wright, Jamal Jones, and those guys that really could play football anywhere in the country. So I'm very proud to be able to have them back on my team and honored that they're on my side of the field this year.
College football has changed dramatically, of course, as you know, but the one constant is there's a trend. Coaches and teams that return, signal callers that's been in place for multiple years. Usually they're above everyone else historically. You have your own version of a Stetson Bennett that Georgia had last year, and David Wright. We're talking about 3 seasons now with him being under center, and you can tell when you started to miss him when he got hurt.
Exactly. He's coming off the injuries. He's done really well. It showed a little bit in the spring where he had a chance to be able to come out and do some more throwing. He was almost spot on. He really worked harder. I think he understands now that it could change for me in a minute. I think he'll do a better job of protecting himself in the pocket. I think he won't think he's Superman sometime and try to create plays. He's doing a good job of hitting the check downs and doing what he's supposed to do. And he's evolved as a leader. He's managing his side of the ball and making sure his troops are ready to go. We have some intelligent conversations, not more now, whereas he knows ball, he understands what to do, how to do it, and why it's important to do it that way. And I'm excited about it the same way with Gary Barrage on the other side. He's being a mature leader. He's a super senior, and he's a guy who's leading his unit over there and making sure everybody does what they need to do to be successful.
I'm sure we're coaching him in a different way, and I'm sure he's receiving it in a different way. While you never had to compare him to a Lamar Jackson in terms of speed, but he also wasn't a statue. He can get out of traffic and get out of trouble, but I know you want to focus on him taking less hits this year.
Yes, and a lot of it came because of him wanting to make a big play. Yeah. I told him that, get the ball out of your hands. You're just managing the offense. We use the word Charlie check down. Just be Charlie check down, move to the next play, move the sticks down. We're practicing those type of situations in the game. We're putting a lot of pressure on him, so he'll be able to throw. We do a period called PUP, pass under pressure, and he has 20 reps to be able to get rid of the ball, and we count how many of them he complete. So it gives him in a different mindset to know we got to get this ball out of our hand because they're coming.
Sticking with the veteran topic, a veteran backfield and a loaded backfield, and it all starts with Bo Herring with running back this year.
Yes, Bo is another guy who's coming off an injury. He had a spleen surgery in the summertime. He's recovered fully, and he's working really hard. He's showing what he's going to do. There's been a surprise in the backfield. Allen Riggins has really stepped up. He'll be number 2. Number 3 will be Jaquan Thompson. He's really doing a good job. And the 4 will be the transfer from Johnson C. Smith. Tyreek Leach, he's done a really, really good job too as well. I think those guys, that room is full. We're going to play all those guys. We're going to let all of them get touches because each one of them bring a different piece to the offense.
Yeah. Continue to talk about some of the skilled player athletes on the offensive side of the ball. Again, crowded room in the receivers area. Only one football to go around, and you got plenty of them to throw it to.
Yes. The first person I'll bring up is DeAndre Ruffin. DeAndre Ruffin is a super senior. He graduated. He came back. He wanted to play. He didn't touch the ball. He was a guy that was really a silent killer, that he made plays that nobody really knew about. He wasn't the brand name all-splash person, but he does a really good job. So he's coming back to see if he can grow from the last year. Jamal Jones is back. He's our guy who's done it. He was banged up a lot last year with an ankle and hamstrings, but he's coming back to do it. He came off his freshman year with Superior, and then you got Amon Harris, who's another super guy who's doing a really good job. Then you got Winston Reese, who's a guy who's the quarterback's twin brother, and he's doing a tremendous job. But also we have guys behind them. R.J. Stroud is a name we need to keep in mind that he's going to turn it to be. Moon's back, Montrell White, and that room is, like as you said, it's pretty thick with people. And a newcomer that's really going to surprise everybody right here from South Carolina is Donnie Chappelle out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. He's been a guy that we've seen a lot of action from that may be a big mark for us too.
Yeah, and you're naming out guys that could have played anywhere in the country on this level, and they chose Allen University, and it says a lot about the staff you have in place in terms of your recruiting. Someone accused us of having some kind of major NIL collective as to why you're getting these guys, but the truth is, you've just really gotten out of that office and tried to find quality players.
There's no doubt. It's relationship building. As I alluded to earlier, you almost have to re-recruit your team every year. So we have these exit interviews. We talk about these guys and we spend time with them to, make sure that they're comfortable and whatever we can do to make them comfortable. I feel sorry for some coaches because it becomes difficult to be able to maintain that much talent at one time. Also to coach it and nurture it, and being that every year somebody's trying to poach. You got a quarterback his freshman year, he led the SIAC, and he only played 4 games last year. He still finished number 5 in the SIAC. Right. So you're talking about a guy that can really do it. Amon Harris, he went 8 games without dropping a pass, 700 and some yards of total offense by himself. And Jamal Jones, we all know he's the spectacular, dynamic guy. R.J. Stroud fits right into that group. He's another guy from Armwood that played with Jamal, and those guys are just bringing the talent to them as they go.
We call them the big uglies, also known as the offensive line. That play is, you're expecting that play to improve also dramatically. Talk about the guys you got up front.
They're growing, and I think they're doing a really good job. All these guys that's playing, we had a heavy senior loaded class up there last year, but all the guys that played has had a significant amount of playing time. They're just now stepping into their starting roles. That's the great part about being able to develop talent. You got Sheldon Brown, you got Terrence Jarrett, you got Sean Davis, and the only new spot is the center. and he's really done a tremendous job. And at tackle, you have Demarcus Morris. He's done a tremendous job as a true freshman to come in and play that tackle spot. So we're really excited about, Jeff Felton, and not leave Jeff out. Jeff is another returning guy. He was a starter last year. Him and Sean were the only two starters up front. But those guys have done a really, really good job of making sure they protect the quarterback. They picking up on what they need to do. And we're going to keep growing there. And it's reps is going to make them get better and better.
Let's take a quick break, and when we'll come back more. We'll talk about the defensive side of the ball.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
At Allen, discover the things you've been searching for. Achievements, authenticity, an experience that helps to uncover the real you. It's your turn to be discovered, to be polished, to shine. Allen University, where hidden gems are revealed.
Back out at Allen University on the Allen University Athletic Show, I'm Jasher Cox, joined by Teddy Keaton. Coach, passing the eye test, when these guys get off the bus, we definitely make the All-American I team as it relates to some of the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and it starts up front, the guys with the hands on the ground.
Yes, I think we returned Arts playing back at the nose spot, Regis is at tackle, and on the other side is Tyreek Dyches and Marquise Sherman. All those guys got a lot of significant playing time last year. The only person we lost up front was Richard Hayes, and that was a big loss because he played a really good job at the linebacker core. We still have Gary Barrage and Caleb Pierce. There's a couple names that's going to be floating around in there that you're going to see that's going to really surprise you. We still have Justin Eaton at the outside, and those guys are really doing a good job. And we got a battle kind of going on at the other linebackers, Marquise Henderson and Cam Scott, and both of them bring different attributes to the table, but I think we'll figure out game time who we're going to get a nod to, but those guys have played well. And in the secondary, we're doing well over there as well. We got Kevin playing one corner, Kevin Graham, our returners that had a all year, and the other corner is Dahil Wilkins, he's going to play the other corner, and we have 2 transfers at the safety spot. Daquan Blind played for us for a while, but he had left us and went to Savannah State and decided to come back. So Daquan now is the starting safety, and the other one is the transfer from Johnson C. Smith. I can't think of his name at the moment.
He just pulled a Willie Slater on us. The Slaters would be intentional, however. Let's talk a little bit about Gary Barrage, your all SIAC linebacker, a veteran on the team, and again, he's vocal not only on his side of the ball, but he's a vocalist for the entire team, and you got to be happy to have a veteran like that returning.
There's no doubt. I think that Gary's done everything he can do as a player, and I think he just wanted to make more of himself, but he's turned himself into a great leader. He's been a leader since he's been here. He has his unit playing at a high level. He checks them when they're doing something wrong. He's the quarterback on defense, as well as David Wright is on offense. Those 2 guys have done a really good job of becoming great leaders for a mostly veteran football team.
Got some new hires from a personnel standpoint, and we'll start with a guy that's coaching on the defensive side of the ball, and defensive backs, and Coach Marvin Cunningham, who came from Montgomery. He left his chair behind, so we thank God for that. But talk a little bit about Cunningham and what he brings from Montgomery.
Coach Cunningham, I didn't know Coach Cunningham, but I saw Coach Cunningham. We are actually from the same neck of the woods, and he's a little older than me, but I knew he had great teams that he coached, and he did a really good job at the high school level. I thought it was time for him to have an opportunity to be able to come in. It's his personality, it's his energy, his attention to details, the different things. And I'm gonna correct you here. Marvin coaches the outside linebackers. I have another young guy that he helps more with the defensive backs than he does there, but Coach Cunningham is a great plus. I mean, the kids love him, his energy. He can. Marvin played quarterback. Most people don't know that. He played quarterback in college. And he spends a lot of time with David. He spends a lot of time, David and him can relate to each other because I think both of them have that rough around the edges type thing, and I think that he can bring him under control, and he know when he's frustrated a little bit, he'll pat him on the head, and he won't let nobody at practice touch him. So I don't know if he coached the linebackers or he protected my quarterback.
That's great. Great to have those relationships too. And also Nitron Stork, also a newbie on the staff. What does he bring to the table for you?
He's done a tremendous job at reconstruction that secondary. I think he's done a really good job. The attention to details that they bring to the table between him, Coach Cunningham, and Coach Cole and Coach EJ, I think they have 4 veteran people over there that's really pouring in that's a lot of knowledge in one room. And I'm talking about just coaching wise. You're talking about guys who understand the game, played at the highest level, understand everything that's about, and I think the kids are relating to them well, which makes that really good for them too.
When we come back, we're going to wrap things up with head football coach Teddy Keating. Back with more.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
At Allen, discover the things you've been searching for. Achievements, authenticity, an experience that helps to uncover the real you. It's your turn to be discovered, to be polished, to shine. Allen University, where hidden gems are revealed.
Final segment with head football coach Teddy Keaton. I would be remiss, Coach, if I didn't talk about the big news that we anticipate every summer. And back in July, the NCAA notified us that Allen University is cleared to proceed to provisional year 3 of its NCAA transition as we migrate out of NAIA. You have been here since the very start of that process, and you can kind of see a little light at the end of the tunnel, I suppose, now.
I think it's gratifying. I think it's the best thing that could happen to Allen University. My hat goes off to Deslin, who does a lot of work. Alan Rudell, there's a big piece to this that everybody don't know. Nancy Rhodes, our president. I mean, there's a lot of hands that touch this, that trying to get a whole college to transition over from NAIA to NCAA. I won't say the process was easy. It was gruesome. It was a lot of long nights, a lot of working, a lot of policies and procedures, but I'm very happy about it, and I think it's going to do the future is bright for Allen University.
You know, the president mentioned this from day one when I arrived. As a result of us making this transition, it's enhanced all of our departments because you got to be buttoned down from a financial aid standpoint, enrollment management, financial aid, admissions, all of those areas. It's helped the entire university improve their entire facilities and things about how they operate.
It increased the standard. I mean, there's a standard in it, and it's not no knock to NAIA. NAIA just kind of let the institution run itself, but NCAA is everything got to speak to each other. Everything got to be in compliance with each other, and I think that does well to hold everybody to a certain standard, and that's the standard that we wanted. And D2 is perfect for a smaller school. They have their own standards, and they call it "Make It Yours," and that's what we want to do, make it ours. And I think Allen, this is going to be ours, and everybody's going to be happy with the end results of what we're doing here.
Speaking of ours, that's a perfect segue. A quick Google search will help you identify that Allen University has been in contact with Richland County, so we're close to acquiring the land off of Two Notch, which will be the home of an all-new athletic facility. So things continue to move forward as we get closer to that ultimate goal of playing in a home that belongs to us.
No doubt about it. Let's take it back to the spring when we rolled out our practice turf field. I think it has increased the standard of our kids, and they understand that I have my own space. This just wasn't a space for us. It was a space for the band. It was a space for the soccer team. Everybody had their own campus place that they could go out. If I want to dribble the ball and do some things to get better as a soccer player, if I want to go out and throw 7-on-7 on our practice field, I don't have to go find a spot or a piece of grass somewhere to do it. So I think the university, including yourself, Dr. McNeely, and the people the constituents that we work for, done a tremendous job in providing something for us to add another piece to where we're going. And it just leads into where we're going now. I think they did a great job of acquiring land, giving a hope and the promise of the future that we'll have a facility of our own, which as D2 required, we make it our own. But again, we're making it our own now.
Well, Coach, we look forward to week 2. We'll play host to Columbus State. We moved our kick times back for the entire month of September to 7 p.m. so it can be a little bit cooler before Mom and Pop arrives in the stadium, if you will. Coach, good luck next week.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. to take support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars for scholarships and grants that help students prepare for their dream career, just like Kristen.
At Allen, discover the things you've been searching for. Achievements, authenticity, an experience that helps to uncover the real you. It's your turn to be discovered, to be polished, to shine. Allen University, where hidden gems are revealed.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
Final segment of the Allen University Athletics Show. I've been your host, Jasher Cox. Just want to tell you a little bit more about what's in store from a schedule standpoint. Soccer again continues its season as they travel to Jacksonville, Florida to face Edward Waters. Also in action on Tuesday, September 5th, the Allen University women's volleyball team playing at Sumter Cross Country will have its second meet of the season as they will compete in the meet at Converse College. Also want to remind you about purchasing your tickets. You can do so by visiting www.auyellowjackets.com. Click on the tickets link and purchase away from there. My time is up. Thank you for yours.